What goes on, guys? Are back here again with yet another review, and today we're going to be taking a look at two figures that I was very excited for, then I wasn't excited for, then I was excited for again. We're going to be taking a look at the brand new Hammond collection, Parasaurolophus and Baryonyx. I'm a huge dinosaur guy. I think you guys know that by now, especially with all these Dominion figures coming out. I'm getting more dinosaurs than ever, ladies and gentlemen, which I'm not complaining about. But, you know, right off the bat, I know these guys are not in scale with 6-inch figures. I think they could be fudged. And honestly, if you just want dinosaurs on the shelf, then these are the way to go. But, you know, it's a little heartbreaking that the Amber collection is dead and that we won't ever get these guys in that actual scale, or at least not anytime soon. So what are you going to do? Not super happy about it, but I want these figures on the shelf. If you guys watched my review before, or my video on top 10 random figures that I want, Parasaurolophus was on there. So would love to see that one day, but I don't think that's going to happen. So we do get the new Hammond collection logo, which is obviously John Hammond in the amber. On his cane, there's the Baryonyx. It seems like this is from Fallen Kingdom, I believe. Yeah, Fallen Kingdom. You can see the logo up there when the Pokemon guy is walking through and he starts screaming like a bitch. But there's the barcode, found mine at Target. And then here is a render of the figure, which looks really nice on the side. And then over here, I think this is JP1. I'm going to call it right now. But we have the Parasaurolophus, Hammond, and then, yeah, the Lost World, Jurassic Park. Ooh, looks very, very good. You get to see tiny little read-up. They say massive. Parasaurolophus isn't like massive, but and then on the side you get the Parasaurolophus right there. But yeah, these figures may not be in scale, but they look fantastic. So without further ado, I'm very excited to get my grubby mitts on it. Let's go ahead and open these guys out. Taking these guys out of the package, I have very mixed feelings, but honestly, I'm really happy with them. Now I do like one a lot more than the other, which luckily is the one I was looking forward to more, which is the Parasaurolophus, because the Parasaurolophus is actually a lot bigger out of box than it is in box when you stretch out the legs, which I'm going to show in a second. The Baryonyx I'm a little bit more disappointed with, only for the size. Everything else about it is fucking perfect, besides one little thing, and that's different on the Parasaurolophus. But anyway, let's go ahead and take a closer look at them both first. Neither of them come with accessories. Unlike the Amber collection, there are no stands, which I am perfectly fine with. Not a fan of those stands because they would leave giant holes in their butt, which I wasn't huge on. That's the Amber collection Velociraptor, by the way. But yeah, no, these look great. So we're going to go ahead and take a look at the one that I like a little bit less, just by a little bit. But we're going to take a look at the crocodilian-like dinosaur, the Baryonyx. Now, that head sculpt is beautiful. Baryonyx was a Spinosaurus-like dinosaur that did not have a sail, so that's why it kind of looks like a Spinosaurus. They were related to different clade, I'm pretty sure. You know, I'm a big dinosaur guy, but not like, you know, obviously. I'm still learning. I'm in school for it. So, you know, I'm going to take a what do you want to call it? I don't want to call it a paleontology class, more like a fossil thing. So I'll be learning about all that. I'm in evolutionary science. So it looks awesome. I love to see the teeth and the texture on there. The paint gradient from the gray, from the blue looks so freaking good. And then going down into the body, you get beautiful sculpt of like all the osteoderms that look so nice. Definitely looks very crocodilian, which I'm okay with. I really like the light off-white that goes around the dark blue. It looks really nice. The rib cage is painted great. There's this nice undertone like that they painted that. Mattel just kills it with the sculpts on their dinosaurs, dude. The feet have the toes painted. Oh man, praise hallelujah. The adult collectors get their toes painted. Yep, I said it like that and I meant it like that. Looks so good. The eyes painted with that little dash of blue under does a lot for me. I would not mind getting repaints of these. If they want to give us simple repaints, I would love to have a herd of Parasaurolophus. Give us the Camp Cretaceous style. What are their names? Chaos. I know Chaos is one of the Baryonyxes. There was 3 in the group. Chaos. I don't know, whatever. Tell me what they are in the comments. I'm not going to look it up, but I would like to get all of them. That would be really cool to get those color variants in the line, along with this one as well. But, you know, just looking at it looks so nice. I love the colors that they chose for it because it's like nothing else. You know, it doesn't look like just a simple remold of a T-Rex with, you know, different paint. But I like this a lot. Taking a look at the articulation, we're just going to go right into it. The head is on a ball joint like this. so it can get straight down. You can rotate like that. It won't really pivot. It's I don't want to break anything. The top and the bottom jaw both open as such, but you can move them and it'll hold really well. It's nice and smooth. You get a good ball joint at the bottom of the neck that'll go up, down, pivot side to side, and this one will rotate all the way around. So overall, great movement at the head. You can pretty much get it into any realistic thing that you'd want. The shoulders move out, downward. They will rotate 360. You do get a single jointed rotating elbow. Now, no wrist articulation on either one of the figures, which is a little bit of a bummer, but honestly, it's not that big a deal. The hips will rotate all the way around. I thought that just broke and I kind of pooped myself, but they'll rotate all the way around. The knee will hinge that far back, that far forward, and then rotate at the knee. You get at the ankle here, it'll hinge that far forward, that far back, rotate, and then the ankle, well, like the toes really is what this is. They will go up, down, all the way, and pivot. So great articulation, ball joint at the tail, and then it is a bendy tail, which I didn't know that they were going to be. It'll bend. I keep hitting my lights, and then bend and bend and bend all the way around. So yes, sir, that is how you articulate a dinosaur. I like that a lot. So great articulation. Mattel always packs a lot of articulation into their adult line collectibles, whether it be, the Amber collection, which is dead. It's extinct. It went the way of the dinosaur. Or I guess now this new Hammond collection. Now, if you know me, I was more excited for the Parasaurolophus, and it did not disappoint for the most part. The head sculpt here looks beautiful. I really do want to herd of these guys. I'm probably going to pick up a couple more, maybe 3 total, so 2 more. But this looks so good. The paint on top of the crest looks so good. The paint around the eye, I like these little molded speckles in the whole thing. The stripe down the back with the white. It looks just like what I picture a Parasaurolophus from Jurassic Park to look like. The gradient for this nice yellow that goes under the body of the actual yellow looks great. The sculpt is fantastic. If you open up the mouth over here, you get like a little bit of, a little screaming head, which is cute. Front on, it looks so good. I just love the way that it looks. You get a little bit of paint on the arms, which is nice. The nails on this guy are not painted, unfortunately. So I might have to go do that myself. Not that big a deal, but just wish I didn't have to. I love this speckle of color right here on both sides of the figure. That looks so good. And then all the paint on the back of the leg with the striping, and then the yellow that they had on the belly on the back of the thigh there. But my favorite part of the paint apps are this stripe that goes all the way down. You get the off-white, the brown, purplish, maroon color, and then the white. I think they should have put a little bit of orange on top of the tail. I see that they tried to fade it out, but I think a little bit of orange on the top of the tail would have went good. But they did do the purple through, which is nice. And then the toes are painted, just not the fingernails. But oh man, she looks so beautiful just standing there. And then I'm going to have them all up because it makes them look taller. And honestly, like that, I could see that being fine. Like for me, on my shelf, just kind of put them in the back so people aren't like super noticing of them. But yeah, so I think she looks great. We're going to go ahead and look at the articulation here. The head will go up, down, rotate all around, unlike the Baryonyx, and then a little bit of pivot side to side. And then, as you saw earlier, the mouth will open, which I'm not a huge fan of the way that looks. It only looks good to about like right there. But it is cute. So, and then a ball joint at the bottom of the neck, which will rotate all around, go up, down, and then it'll pivot. So you can get like good side to side. So nice. And then a hinge at the shoulder that goes up, down, rotate 360. Single jointed elbow. It's a little awkward to do. Single jointed elbow that goes up, down, and will rotate. No wrist articulation again, which is a little weird. I don't hate it, but I just kind of wish it was there. Maybe because I'm used to it with the Amber collection, but the hips are going to move out that far forward. I guess they can go all the way around. I just really don't want to break anything, so they'll go all the way around. They'll go out and in a little bit. The Baryonyx does too. I didn't really show it because it's not really useful, but whatever. And then the knee is going to hinge back, forward, rotate. The ankle will go up and back and rotate. No ankle articulation on the Parasaurolophus, which is surprising. But honestly, there's a lot of paint on this to justify for the price point. I mean, these are $30. So, I guess it makes sense. And do I wish there was ankle there? For sure. But it's actually not bothering me as much as I thought it was. Plus, the feet are so big that it's able to, stand relatively good without them. Now, of course, I know the main thing that everybody's going to ask is how do they scale with the Amber Collection? And I got to say, not very good, unfortunately. Do I hate it? No. But here they are next to the Velociraptor. So the Velociraptor is technically smaller, but, not nearly as small as it should be, which is a little upsetting. But honestly, I don't hate it as much, especially with the Parasaurolophus. I think it's big enough to justify getting if you really want these dinosaurs in your collection like me. But it is a little upsetting. Here they are next to a 6-inch figure, which is what that line was based off of. So not terrible, just unfortunately probably not what most people are looking for. Do I hate it? No, not at all. Because I always thought the Amber Collection Velociraptors were a tad big anyway, but that's just me. You could disagree with me on that, but I don't hate this. I don't. Should they be bigger? Yes, but am I desperate to have these dinosaurs on the shelf? Also, yes. So I think this is fine for me. Plus it's also good that if you have like space restrictions and you can't be getting like super colossal figures all the time, which is definitely going to be an issue for me because I don't know what I posted first, but I have the super colossal Giganotosaurus. Space can be an issue. So if you want these dinosaurs on the shelf, that is the way to go. Getting super articulated figures like this that are bigger than a normal sized figure, but not too big to where it takes up too much space. So I think they're fine. So yeah, I think it goes without being said that I love these guys despite their size. I think that they are fantastic action figures. I just wish the Parasaurolophus had an ankle joint or a toe joint or whatever you want to call it, the metatarsal joint, but I wish that it had that. But other than that, I mean, these are damn near perfect. Do I wish they were a little bit bigger? Yes. But do I hate the size? No. I think that they work good for what I care about. So that's all I'm going to say. But I'm going to give them both a solid 9.5 out of 10. I know I'm being nitpicky here, but I really do want the ankle articulation on the Parasaurolophus. The more I've played around with it, the less I'm okay with it. And I think the Baryonyx could use a hinge at the wrist. It doesn't bother me so much on the Parasaurolophus, but kind of does on the Baryonyx. So with that being said, 9.5 out of 10. These are amazing figures. Mattel does a great job on the sculpt, a great job on the articulation for the most part. I just wish that this was the Amber Collection. Oh, I would pay $50+ to get these in the Amber Collection scale. I would. I don't know about other people, but I totally would. So with that being said, I believe that's all I got for today. So if you have not already, please be sure to like, comment, subscribe. Do yourself that favor and me. Do it. And well, you know what? While you're at that, go ahead and follow me on Instagram and TikTok. I have a lot of fun over there, so I'm sure you guys will too. But other than that, I got to leave you with a question. You copping either one of these? You picking them up? Let me know. See you guys in the next one. Peace.